Hi guys. So today we are going over the basics of sea monster hunting. Um, as you see, I got a guildie with me. We're going out. I think it's his first time hunting with me. Alright, Copper, are you in Discord? Alright, so we'll go back to town, so you can grab some plywood. Because that is the main purpose of having a second person on your boat. When I'm out on my personal Etheria, you might get one or two cannon shots off, maybe, the whole time we're out there. The second person's main job is to be a pack mule, basically when my inventory fills up, and to keep the boat repaired so we can kill higher monsters. Um, I mainly, when I solo, I'll kill Hekaroos, I'll kill Ocean Stalkers, and leave the other monsters for when we're as a big group with the guild. So you can start out any plywood works. Whichever is the cheapest to get is going to be your best bet. The plywood you use to make the ship repair materials doesn't matter. Ideally, I usually ask the people I go out with to bring 50 to 100 repair materials. The more you bring, depending on what weight you have, uh, means that we can stay out longer. Another gentleman I was out with had the suggestion that, hey, bring in a character on the tag system, so once your inventory is full, you can tag in, tag out. But that would only work if you go out to all the way to Port Rat or stop on Lima Island, which at that point you can just unload your weight in the first place. So, like I was saying, generally you want people to bring 50 to 100 ship repair materials each, just so you can stay out longer in a smaller crew. When your boat gets upgraded more, yeah, that'll be fine. 100 maple plywood's great. And then you can hop on the boat and you can use the chopping skill to chop it and ship repair material while we're on our way out. And then once you get your own boat, you get Origins of the Wind to keep your stamina up. You can get those via crafting them at the ship part workshop or from dailies. You can get 2 a day from dailies. The dailies that you see on the right side, they're going to be the Wanted Hekaroo or the Treasure Swimming in the Oceans. You get one from Port Etheria over at the Dock Manager, and one from Velia, also at the Dock Manager. They'll give you one to kill a sea monster, same mission. One to kill small gold mount battleships, 3 of them, and one to kill large gold mount battleships. I generally don't do the gold mount battleships missions on my personal boat because they just take a long time to kill without the cannons from the guild boat. Starting out hunting, if you have beginner 1, you have your ram skill. So you have the skill needed to kill small sea monsters. At apprentice 1, you get Power Excel, which is basically Start Excel on a horse. And Skilled 1, you get Sprint. After Skilled 1, the next one is Quick Retreat at Professional 1, is the biggest solo skill that you can get because it allows you to back up and avoid the damage incoming from monsters. And basically negates the need for repair materials once you get good with it. So right now my boat's not even fully geared. I have +5 green sails, +5 green prow, a +3 plating that's also green, and a +5 blue cannon. I don't know why I stopped at +3 on the plating. I'm pretty sure I had run out of blackstones when I had done it. But I'm currently upgrading to blue gear anyways. +5 is a safe enchant on boat gear. Especially with the green stuff, you can get it to +5 enchantment without having to repair it. If you fail stack properly. I think I use a maximum of like 12 or 14 fail stacks to go to +5. But when you repair, you're going to want to use memory fragments. One memory fragment on a green piece of gear is 10 durability. On a blue, it's 5, I think. My cannon went to +5 and only lost 20 durability because I decided to smash it with 0 stacks at +0 because I'm an idiot. So for anyone watching the stream, I pulled up the obnoxiously large "What button are you clicking right now?" interface. The one thing that I did learn recently that has made my hunting a lot easier is using the click to move on your mouse. Helps a lot, and you'll see more of that when we get out here. It's going to be a completely different story than it was the last time I streamed doing this. It makes killing the monsters so much easier. And if you refer back to my other videos, or my restreams, I guess, I didn't have the upgraded cannons, which are almost, double the AP of the green cannons. Which I'm told the cannons themselves having higher AP is going to make your rams do more damage. We'll see about that. So Copper, what we'll do is we'll start out with you having all of your pets off. That way we can fill up my inventory first of items in case we do get the 100 mil. Our goal is 100 mil before we come back. The Hekaroo is going to be mainly what we're killing. If we see a Cannon or a Nine Shark or any of those other large monsters in the small area we're in, we'll kill those since I have you here. But the goal is to pull back in 100 mil. Doing the Hekaroos, they have the smallest chance to drop the 100 mil drop. However, you can kill them a lot faster than you can Nine Sharks or Canadems. I believe the Canadems and Nine Sharks have an 8% chance to drop the 100 mil item. The bonus to killing those is the fact that when you kill them, you're getting a guaranteed 10 to 15 mil in regular items. They just take 3 to 4 times as long to kill. The item that we're not turning in for guild funds today are going to be the Hekaroo spikes. Because I have a couple guildies who need the spikes to make their enchanted gear. And the reason that we're manually going out here via holding down W and shift versus autopathing is just like a horse. It takes almost twice as long, if not longer, to autopath to a place in the ocean than it does to just manually hold down the button. This is the most daunting part of the sea monster hunting process because it just takes so long to get out. I keep my boat parked in Velia because I use it for other things as well. Parking it in Etheria lets you get out to the monsters quicker. I believe our guild boat is parked in Velia as well. Which I think leaving from Velia to get to Vel is a quicker route. Yeah, your cat's in trouble. Alright, so including turning it back around and going back to Velia, we're at about 12 minutes so far. Last time I was out here, a total of 48 minutes is what it took for 150 mil in guild funds as a solo player. That's including stopping, repairing, and all that fun yaz. If while we're going, if you guys see anything that you don't quite understand what I did, why I did it, or what the function of that was, feel free to ask, pipe up, ask in the stream or in Discord. You guys are awfully quiet. You're welcome to talk, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. The one thing to note is the interface that shows what buttons I'm clicking doesn't show the T button. When you're ramming, you start out hitting T, W, and then Q from a standstill. It lets you ram from a standstill, which is a major part of being able to get these monsters down quickly. So, Copper, here's the fun part where we get to jump channels. That being said, we're going to wait till they say what channel we're jumping to. And I have a blocker up. I'm turning off the video visual so you guys can't see what channel I'm jumping to. So to craft the boat, you can do it in 20 days total. It's 1 day each for the designs. You can get 3 designs from a quest chain and 1 weekly. So you can actually do it in about 15 days. While you're gathering your designs from the quest in Portafuria, if you're doing it over a 20-day period, you want to gather 800 logs each day. While you're gathering those logs, you want to chop pine trees to gather them. The reason being is you need the usable scantling from the logs, as well as the pine plywood for the boat itself. On top of needing the not usable scantling, I'm sorry, it's standardized timber squares. And the pine plywood, you also need steel and flax fabric. The thing is, once you decide you want to make a boat, you need to start working on that right away. The workshop is in Portafuria, and it's not like the other crafting. Once you have one of the materials, you put 1 worker to start putting that material in. And that means they have to do about 3,500 or more crafts, putting 1 material in at a time. So for your 800 standardized timber squares, it's got to do work 800 times. My boat was crafted in 6 days. And I had about 58 workers working on crafting the items. Alright, so when I'm out here, I switch my map to 3D. The reason I've switched out to 3D is because you can see these little dot markers on the mini-map. It helps me kind of gauge my first ram more than anything. I have mouse click to move on, so I can click and it'll guide my boat. I will set my boat up to about 1.5 dots away from a monster. I hit TWQ ram and I hit control button. When the control's up, I'll left click on the monster, and that's how the ram works. Right after the ram's done, I'll start backing up a little bit. Sometimes it'll avoid a hit, sometimes it won't. But the main purpose of the backup is to allow me to guide my next ram. Once the Heku turns out and turns away, I will ram towards its back. The goal here is after a Heku attacks, it'll usually flank out to the side just like that, and then go forward. If I ram to its left, I will get a full back attack off on it. And it's just a rinse and repeat process. You wait till it attacks, wait till it moves away. The reason you use the the mouse movement to move is because when you click, it actually turns the hitbox of your ram towards the monster. It allows you to hit the monster with your left side of your boat, the right side. If I overshoot the monster and I ram it with the back of my boat, it still does dandy. Wow, damage. I was reading guild chat about some dandy. There we go. That's how you kill a Hekaroo. Super simple, super easy. That one was worth 42 Naiden, which are 100k each in guild funds. And the 7 Hekaroo spikes. The spikes are special as well as the Ocean Stalker skins. the 9 shark horns, etc., because they're used to make the upgraded boat gear. And as you can see, just with the +3, +5 blue gear or green gear, and the +5 cannon, my boat took almost no damage from that. In order to repair, you have to go up to the mast and hit, I believe it's F6. F5. It's F6 for the boat owner. So for beginner sailors out there, these monsters right here in particular are really useful. They're babies. So these give personal funds, and when you kill them, they give sailing EXP. I didn't expect to kill that in one hit. I was gonna let him loot that. So what that gave was 100 young sea monster Niden, which are 10,000 silver each, and 10 young 9 shark horn fragments. Now, these can either be sold for personal funds, so I would have made a mil silver there, or I can melt them down 10 to 1 for the regular Nidens for guild funds. Usually a solo hunter is going to sell those themselves, but the main reason to kill those is because they give sailing EXP when you loot the monster. So if I would have had my pets off and he would have looted it, if he's beginner 1 sailing with 0%, it would have got him 20% of his beginner 1 in experience. The big perk of having a second person out here on the boat is I can just keep hunting. He can keep the boat repaired or jump on the cannons if we get a ghost ship. And I can just continue going from monster to monster, seeing what we can kill. Just like anything else that you're killing, the more you kill, the better chance you are getting good loot. See where I go, you can see Pirate Island's behind us. I go up to the east of Pirate Island and head straight up north from there. For the first about 5 or 10 minutes, all you're going to see is Hekaroos, which are the great monster to kill for beginner sailors or someone who just wanted to get, a chance at a good drop or just wants to kill something. After the Hekaroos to the north, you're going to find Black Rusts, and start heading west is going to be your Canidoms and your 9 Sharks, which are the best chance to get the 100 mil drop. Canidoms and 9 Sharks are kind of iffy to solo, just because they do a lot of boat damage. You're going to spend a lot of time repairing. So ultimately, if you're out here solo, you're going to want to stick to Hekaroos and Ocean Stalkers, which can be found just to the north, northeast, and northwest of Pirate Island. And as you see, I overshot that ram intentionally, just to show you that with the click to move, the boat will still deal damage to a monster, even if you are... Basically, if it's anywhere around your boat except directly on your deck. If it's directly on your deck, more often than not, I find myself missing. And it's great because normally after a ram, a monster will always stop and attack. But if it continues moving out, and once you've noticed that it's going to just continue going forward, you can get a second ram off, sometimes a third. I've gotten up to 5 rams at a time. Like right here, I went past the monster, and normally that ram would have missed, by far. I would have been sitting there yelling at myself for wasting stamina and taking a free hit. This one might actually miss. As you guys can see, there's another 4.6 mil. This is super simple. There's 10 button clicks, 20 button clicks maybe. It's no work at all, and the money just piles on. But since I do have copper out here, we're gonna go kill bigger monsters. The Hecrus, they're super easy to learn their attack patterns. They attack, they swim out to the left or the right, and they go straight forward. Actually, most monsters kind of do the same thing. It's just when you can ram changes. Uh, Nine sharks, the second they start, and cannons, the second they have their back to your boat and you ram, you'll get a perfect ram off every time. We're gonna hit this other Hekaru just because it's kind of in our way, and I don't like spending too much time floating without killing a monster. I know we have Raigan coming up behind us. We're gonna have to leave a couple for him. Yeah, like right there at the end, the monster was right on top of the boat, so the ram was doing no damage there, which is why I stopped the ram early. Well, clicked to remove the boat early, just to start setting up for the next ram. With the Hekaru, again, once they float out to the left or right and they start going away, you kind of want to ram and end up on the side that they turn to, and that'll get you your back attacks. And if I had professional one sailing, I could have easily just avoided that damage with quick back. See, there was another situation where the monster went over the boat. The ram was wasted, but he kept on moving, so I'm able to get another full ram off there without, risking any extra damage to my boat. As you guys can see, the Hecrus themselves, they don't do... Their damage is just completely minuscule. There's little to no risk of them ever sinking your boat. So right as the boat starts moving again, I had tap the spacebar. That uses the Power Excel skill, and it lets you get your boat to maximum speed right off the bat. You get that at Apprentice 1 sailing. And that greatly increases your kill speed just because you're not sitting there waiting for your boat to get to max speed. Right about here, you see the boat's about half stamina, where my Breezy Crystals here recover 50% of max stamina. They are on a 1 hour cooldown. I've never used a full stamina bar in an hour. So the second this boat hits 500,000 stamina, I'll pop this Breezy Crystal, or this Origin of the Wind, sorry, and we'll be good to go for probably the duration of this trip. Another tip that somebody had brought up, I haven't done yet, is getting the back attack crystals in your weapons does increase the damage in which your rams hit when you're getting the back attacks off. So it would help with kill speed on these. That's my next step. Today I have enough designs to get another blue piece of gear. So I'll be working on that as well over the next couple days to get my prow blue. The prow is a DP item, so the monsters will do even less damage to the boat. So you see here, the monster's behind the boat. He's going to float away. So if I stop the boat, I pull up the mouse and I click to get on, I can click over here to turn the boat around as you're getting on. And that's going to avoid you having to sit there and spin the boat to try to catch up to this monster for this killing blow ram that we're going to do right here, hopefully. No, one hit. One thing to note when you're doing this is you want to do it on a character with a lot of weight. I'm at 138 of these Nidens, and they cannot be stored in the personal boat's inventory. They weigh 3 pounds each. So I'm out here, I have 1378 weight. I keep my trader's outfit on me for another 200 weight. And I'll also pop a Margoria seafood, a seafood cron meal for the extra weight if I get to that point without getting the drop that I'm aiming for. So Copper, man the right cannon. What we're going to do is we're going to play Ring Around the Rosie with this small boat, just to show people what the pirate boat fights are like. When you engage a pirate boat, hopefully you hit it with your ram and don't just completely fuck up like I did. They'll basically sit there and circle your boat after you engage them, which makes it incredibly hard to get rams off. Even when it's not circling the boat, I can't get a ram off. So when you're aiming the cannons, you basically want to aim it straight down, and the shots have a huge splash on them. So when it floats over and it's in front of your boat, go ahead and shoot down now. And that's how you kill the pirate ships. And then they like to stop occasionally and just aggravate you. These actually took a lot more time with the green cannons. So getting if you're looking at one piece of blue gear to start out with, the cannons are by far the best piece to get. And you guys can see there, the splash on these are huge. I'm hitting it from way far away. Alright, give me a second, Copper. I'll turn the boat since he's going to be like that. Actually, I'm going to try to ram it, so keep getting your shots off as you get them. And we'll see what we can do as far as ramming this. I haven't really tried to ram one of these small boats yet. And I'll keep you aimed at them so you can keep on getting shots off as the barrel's done overheating. Good hit. I'm going to switch over to this side and hopefully get a ram off as he gets in front of the boat. Nope. Go ahead and switch cannons because he's going to be sitting there for a while. Oh, never mind. Maybe? Okay, yep. There you go. And if he's going to sit there, I'm going to try again to ram. There you go. He'll float around and let you shoot him again. Yeah, go ahead and switch sides. He's gonna be stingy. You guys can see that the pirate ship that we're killing now has done more damage to the boat than the previous 4 Hekaroos we've killed. Which is kind of one of the reasons I don't like killing them. Unless you're on the guild boat, you have 4 cannons that are upgraded and cannoneers on both sides. So the difference in the green and blue items for those sea monsters are the green items are personal funds. Those young sea monster 9s and such that you saw me get earlier, they don't say guild on them. So I can sell these for 10,000 silver each, and you get about 100 of them for killing a 9 shark or cannon baby. Whereas the blue ones are guild items, which are what you sell for the guild funds, and they're also worth twice as much. Give me a second, I'll turn the boat. Oh, that's not where I was trying to turn it, but that works. Alright, we should be about 2 more cannon shots out from killing this. I'll let you get the last cannon shot off. I'm going to start repairing. After I sit here and throw kunai at it, because it's fun. And that is the battleships. Also, when you kill them, they usually don't drop close enough to your boat to get the loot. Yeah, that one was worth 13 pirate coins, 1.3 mil. So, sorry, just not worth at all for the amount of damage done to the boat. I did see a Canadum, I want to say west of us. So we'll get some repairs off, and I'll show you guys a Canadum fight. And yes, Star, proud of you. Alright, so continue repairing. I'm going to kill this Hekaru in front of us because it's there. And we'll try to find the Canadum that I saw out here. Another downside to using the cannons while you're on a personal boat or even a guild boat is each one of those shots costs 10,000 silver. So when you're on the guild boat, obviously guild funds take care of that. It's not huge, but if you're out on a personal boat and you're shooting cannons 24/7, that it racks up a wee bit. But this, in a nutshell, are what these guilds are doing to get their members, 500 mil a week payouts, upwards of, I've seen 1.5 bill payouts. But those are the guilds that they'll rotate. They'll give a tier 10 to, 5 or 6 people that week and tier 8 for the rest or whatever, so they can get more of a percent of what they put in. That was another ram there that you saw that would have completely missed the monster if I wasn't using the mouse movements. And here again, you see it's going out to the left, so when I ram, I want to end up on the left side of this monster, and that'll allow me to get the back attacks off. And there we go. We have now made 100 mil for the guild. It took us 41 minutes, including a turn back to Velia. So in the course of 41 minutes, including the heading outwards from Velia, it's 116 million guild funds. We're going to continue on. I have a Canonum over here. I'll show you guys that fight, and we'll kill a couple Hekaru's to fill up Copper's inventory. But that's usually where I'll end my hunt. We killed a total of 5 monsters and 1 boat. And that's it. That's what it is, guys. So the difference with the Canonums, I didn't mention, Canonums and 9 Sharks are aggressive monsters. So they will attack your boat right away. It's harder to get your initial ram off. This will be the first Canonum I've killed with the push, the click to move. I haven't quite gotten it down as to what to do against the Canonums to get the back attacks off. But as you see right there, just turning the boat to the left, I was able to avoid 100% of the damage, which is kind of big for these monsters because they hit a lot harder than your normal sea monster, your normal Hekarus. Eventually, I will learn to get the back attacks off, and the second I figure that out, I'll definitely pass that information on to everybody. And also, as you can see, on a couple of these monsters, I have knowledge. To get the knowledge is Amity Games and Port Rat, but there are a couple of those games that are literally you having to wave to the person you're trying to get the knowledge from. The blacksmith, he's super interested in everything he wants you to talk about, but all of them are 0 to 0 favor. And Carbon, sure, you're welcome to have it. It was sitting in a memes folder on my computer. You guys can see the Canonum does a lot more damage to the boat, but the loot is definitely 100% worth the extra damage to the boat, especially if you have someone like this trooper I got right out here being my deckhand. Um, so occasionally if the monster gets away, I do know of the controller method. It's just not worth it. With the click to move, this is faster and easier for me. The controller method helps you turn quicker. However, it doesn't allow you to get attacks off on the monster if it's not uh, in front of your boat. Which, like right now, this would miss with the controller method. But I got a full hit off on that Canidum. And it turned my boat to face the monster when I was done. Canidums are really easy. The second they start moving away, they move fast enough so you can get a near full ram off on them every time. And with that, that is a Canidum kill. Aim slightly to the right, let my boat hit it on the left. So as you see here, the Canidums dropped 131 of these Niden. So even without the 100 mil drop, that's 13 mil in Niden. Copper, I'm going to have you turn on your pets now since my inventory is full. I'm overweight. We're going to continue heading out to the east back towards Pirate Island. We're going to kill the Hecroos and such on the way. So when you're out at sea, if you go the direction I went, so going to the east of Pirate Island up to the north, if you go west/northwest, you're going to hit Port Rat. Southeast/east/south is home. As long as you remember that, you won't ever get lost at sea until you get lost. But disclaimer, I'm not a pro at this, so you can't be mad at me when you get lost. And normally these Hecroo spikes you get here, you'd normally sell them for guild funds. They're worth 82k each. They're a little bit less than the Nidens. But I have guildies that are currently working on their blue gear. And the cannon requires you to have about 50 of these Hecroo spikes. If you have no luck, or average luck when it comes to your RNG when upgrading. So I'll be putting those spikes in the guild storage, because as a guild storage item, or a guild item, they can be taken out by other quartermasters and officers, which will allow him to pull the spikes out of the guild storage, and in turn, keep him from having to come out here. Copper, are your pets on? I usually keep mine out and keep them on passive, because it'll easily pick up the loot from these monsters on passive. I'm going to kill this young one here, hopefully, which will allow you to get a little bit of personal funds out of this, as well as some sailing EXP when you loot it.
Tornado!
I believe Copper's AFK. Oh no, he's repairing still. Uh, Snowpaws, you there? Turn on. So behind us, you see a tornado. There's two things that can happen when you're out at sea. You can get tornadoes, and you can get pirate ships. Tornadoes are great. As you see, the water became dark, but it's calm, so you can see the monsters really easily. The pirate ship will pull you off your boat. You'll be pulled off of the cannons and off of the helm. And if you're out with multiple ships, and I get pulled off by a pirate ship, and the other ship shoots the pirate ship and kills it, if I'm on a guild boat, that'll bug the guild boat.
Pirate ship up.
Yeah. So that's the pirate ships. I'm assuming you're just to the... Yeah, you're over here. So you have to personally shoot that pirate ship, because if I were to kill it, it could bug your boat
I
out.
just dropped it 50%.
Nice.
I thought they boarded.
No, they used to. They took that away.
That was so much cooler. I gotta swim over in that direction to get loot.
Pirate ships don't have loot anymore. And yes, Copper. Keep a pet out until you're overweight, and we'll head back at that point. Because I'm at 122% weight right now. Actually, I could fix a little bit of that. Because the personal items, the young Nine Shark horn fragments and the Niden, can be put on the boat. Whereas you can't store guild items. So I can't store these pirate coins or these Nidens. To free up weight, unfortunately.
Would they go to me then, or we both get separate ones?
Uh,
Always.
Each monster has one kill of loot. Anybody who damages it can loot it, as far as I know. Like when we come out as a guild, we'll come out with, the guild boat and +1 galley, and everybody can generally loot the monsters. But we always have everyone have their pets off, so the people with a higher weight can loot them, because it helps with tracking what we bring in that day. All right.
So what do I need to do for the control charge? I do
So
the TWQ and then.
and then you hit Control, and then left click the monster as you get close to it.
Okay.
And then don't click anything else after you left click, and your boat will kind of path alongside the monster. All right, so stop backing up where you're at.
Will it auto aim?
Yep. So right now, when your camera zooms out a little bit, you're ready to ram. So hit TWQ. Nope, you're backing up still. And now left click the monster.
Yeah, that one's a hell of a lot harder than a regular monster.
Yeah, the young Nine Sharks are a little bit more janky to hit. Let me put my pets away because I don't want to pick up the sailing EXP from this. Alright. I don't know which one of you got the loot out for that. I believe he's AFK, so he might have gotten the...
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
Yep, he got the loot. Also, another thing, when you're out here at the sea, you'll see little shining boxes. If the box is shining, you can use silver or sometimes gold keys, I'm told, to open it up to get Margoria trade items. Is another way to get some personal loot out here. You can get a lot of things out of them, including the sealed golden chest. Here's a perfect example. So like right here, I think I see a slight glimmer coming off of this. So I'm gonna hop off the boat when we get up to it and open it up with this silver key that I've gotten from this lovely fishing event. And we'll see what we pull out of it. Don't you dare. Mine. I think it's glowing. I'm not even sure if it's glowing. Yep, it's glowing.
It is. People were like, what the fuck, whenever I told them how many silver keys my Zerk had.
Oh, I cannot. I am too heavy. So, mate, it's all yours. If you have a silver key, jump off, grab it. You do have a silver key, right? Alright, link what you got in guild chat. Oh, he got a 1G gold bar. Woot. That silver key went from a marketplace value of 33k to 100k. Almost seems worth. Sometimes maybe, kinda. Did somebody turn in that guild mission? Okay, cool.
So y'all going back?
We're gonna kill on the way back. My inventory's full. We've already got one 100 mil drop. So we're gonna kill these Heckers on the way back if I see any Heckers. For some
Yeah,
reason.
that's what I was saying. It's like we're getting close.
I want to at least fill up his inventory. We can fill up yours too while we're out here. Give you a little bit of experience with the ramming. See how it's done.
I did a couple yesterday, but then I watched a video on like how to do the quick charge, and I was like, I gotta figure this out.
Yeah. So the quick charge, you'll notice when you're stopping, when you're fully at a stop, your camera will slightly zoom out a little bit. And that's my cue to know that my boat is ready to ram again.
That's what I've been doing the TWQ. I got that down. It's just like the clicking and targeting. But I only really tried it on the little 9 Shark. I tried it on the Camaran or whatever it was, but did not hit it.
Yeah, it took me a couple rams to get used to the click to move. But it's definitely a faster way to kill because the window for error if you're not using it is very small. It's either you hit your ram or you don't. Yeah. Whereas if you're using it, your window for error is so big that it might as well be a giant barn door.
That's what I kept watching this video and I'm like, that's just crazy different than how I've seen anyone ever ram. But it was just like, you could see like, back attack, like just stacking them.
Oh, here you go. Copper, here's another sea loot for you. But I got a Heckru to the north and southeast, so we'll get to the sea loot. Another thing is if you're moving forward, oh bro, oh you have a da-dum outfit. So another thing is if you're moving forward without a boost going, so if you're not ramming and you're not excelling, if you hit STSR or just TSR they say, but I always hit STSR, that'll stop you and pull you off your helm. Go ahead and link what you got from that one too. I've only ever opened a handful of those, so it's good to see the values of the different loot you get.
Definitely doing it at daytime is much easier.
Yeah, it becomes kind of hard to see stuff at nighttime out here.
Well, that's what last time I went out, like I had like one Heckru for day, and then I went to night, and I was like, oh my god.
So he got the smallest trade item, which is 100,000 silver. Oh, I went way too far for this thing. There you go. Now make sure you left click on it, and that'll be a full ram for you. Good job, man. And then having a second boat out here, I can hopefully not get screwed up by you. If you ram...
I started backing off.
So, like I was saying, if you ram it, so you notice when it left, it went out to the left, and then turned to the right to go forward. You want to aim your boat towards whatever direction that it turns to get your back attacks.
Oh, okay, so not just hit it like I just did.
So yeah, watch. So watch. When you ram right now, so start your ram and go to the left of it. And you'll get back attacks. Oh, we got a pirate ship. Hold on.
I'm underwater.
Let me see who it's on. So the pirate ship is on you, so we cannot shoot it. If we shoot it, your boat will bug out.
I got it.
So, Copper, go ahead and Watch
We're
him.
2-in-1. Hit the Hecker and the pirate ship.
Nice.
I like how he comes to this side. He's willing to accept my lead. Wow, he circled perfectly to get hit by both of them.
So eventually I'll be able to get back on my boat, hopefully.
I mean, the pirate ship's down.
Okay, so I can get back on a cannon. Yeah, my boat's bugged. I'm gonna log out and log back in really quick.
Well, I mean, mine still shows the same kind of aura, but they're down.
Yeah, I can't get back on my helm. And that's the issue you run out here when you're on multiple ships, because it's hard to tell who the pirate ship actually aggroed onto. Luckily, when you log out of the game when you're on your own ship, it takes the ship out of the game as well. Hopefully that fixes the bug. I know when it's on the guild ship.
Yeah, I mean, mine fixed itself finally. Hector's almost dead. Do I have to turn on a setting for the sword to show up?
Nope. If you click the monster, it'll outline it. I don't always see the sword. Alright, cool. My boat's usable again. Good job. I lost. Oh, he's up on my. So go ahead and make sure one of you guys get the loot for it. Really? Another pirate ship? Oh, this one's on my boat. I'll take care of it really quick.
I haven't got any loot yet, so it must all be going to him.
Hopefully that hits the pirate ship.
Yeah. One more.
Yep. And now hopefully nobody's boat bugged out. Copper, did you get the loot from the Hekaru?
Yeah, my boat's fine.
Cool. Alright, my boat's fine as well. So I believe we had one more Hekaru slightly to the south. We'll take care of that on our way back as well. And then what we'll do is, Copper, you can, when we get back, you can let me know how many Hekaru, or how many Naiden you got. And I'll compile that into a list for, again, for the, attendance. Oh, pardon me.
So did he get the loot from that one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, it's even so much puritier sailing during the day. At night, it's really depressing, like.
At night, you
everything
can't
is
see
black.
anything at all. So the young ones are personal funds. You just vendor that yourself. That's 1.1 mil, almost 1.2 mil you got there.
Yeah, I've only gotten personal. I think it's the same amount as him. You see one?
I thought I did. Yep, I got one up here.
Yeah, I got one north. Not northeast. I love like the motion after you do like a good ram or like a successful one. It's like, oh no, it's shaking side to side.
And that one's down. Alright, Copper got the loot.
There's one north of this island also.
Yeah, guys, I mean, that's the basis of sea monster hunting. It's super easy, it's simple. Once you have your boat, it's pretty inexpensive. I mean, I think I spent like maybe a total of 50 to 100K coming out today just for repairing and some repair materials. And we're pushing nearly 200 million guild funds for the hour or so we've been out here. So did anybody see anything that you're not quite sure of? Have any questions about the process or questions at all in general, actually? I know I've got 10 of you guys watching. So the Hecker spikes are the same as the Knight, and you can sell them for guild funds, but they're also used to make the Margoria Dark Iron that is required to get the blue cannons on the ship that I made last night. So I'm saving Hecker spikes for gang affiliates because he's currently in the process of making his blue cannons. But I should have enough on me to cover his cannons 45 plus whatever we get from this one. We'll see. If not, I can come out later and get them. For you, when we get back to the Velia, you'll just sell those to the Guild Wharf Manager for guild funds. I went too fast to get loot on that. Did you get it, Copper? Okay, cool.
I did not.
Copper got it.
He's probably getting it because, I mean, he's the only person not sailing, and you're doing the most damage.
Well, so we're in a party, so anyone will be able to loot it. I'm on the back of the boat, so when I killed it, it was at the far bow of my boat, so it wouldn't. My pets were too far away to loot it. They even said the distance is too great, which put my pets on a.
I got that one earlier. Whenever I ran past it as it died.
Yeah, we will, series. So my pets go on cooldown, but since he's on the prow of the crow's nest, it doesn't actually count him as in the air. It counts him on the bottom of the boat as well. And he was close enough to where his pets will still loot it. My pets might be faster than his, which is why I got to it first to put mine on cooldown.
You also got a lot of birds.
Yeah, I've got a cuckoo and an owl.
I got one falcon that sits on my shoulder and a parrot that sits on my other one, because I'm a real pirate.
I've also got the penguin out. I've got the cat out and the hedgehog. Sorry, that's not a cat, that's a desert fox. So Copper, what we need you to do is take your inventory off of auto sort, and after we kill this Heckru, put the Heckru spikes and the Guild Niden in a spot in your inventory and take a screenshot of it. I'm gonna have you send that to me so I can get it over to Yennefer for our for credit for the hunt. We have this one to kill as well, so we'll do that after. Is that a Heckru? No, that's pirate loot. And it's glowing. Go get it, shark. I want a shark outfit.
You are not the only one. I wonder if anyone's seen any whales. I need more tendons.
Alright, guys. Well, since that's going to conclude our hunt, we're going to be heading back to Velia. I'm going to compile our guild funds that we've gotten. We're looking probably at about 150 mil, 160 mil or so. If anybody has any questions about hunting or needs kind of guidance as to what direction to go, just shoot me a message in game or hit me up in Discord. But I'm going to be turning the stream off now because this is the boring part of going back to town. And thank you guys, anybody who came out and watched or, had questions or just was here for the experience. I look forward to being, getting you out here on your boats and making money. What the hell? I've never seen this rock before.
It's a 900 shark.
That, my friend, is a 10 shark. No.
This one goes to 11.
Peace.